Where is Guatemala? Where is Guatemala? Guatemala is located in Central America, bordering the North Pacific Ocean, between Mexico and Honduras. Guatemala is situated at 15 degrees north and 90 degrees west. The land is mostly mountainous, with some coastal plains and some limestone plateaus. Guatemala has a very tropical climate. In the lowlands, it's very hot and humid, but it's cooler in the highlands. The population of Guatemala is 13,002,206 people. The capital is Guatemala City with a population of 1,150,452 people. Guatemala's flag has 3 stripes. The 2 outer ones blue, symbolizing the oceans Guatemala is sandwiched in between, and the middle one white, symbolizing purity and peace. The white stripe has Guatemala's coat of arms. On the piece of paper, there is a date, September 15, 1851, which is Guatemala's date of independence. On top is a quetzal bird symbolizing independence. The weapons symbolize Guatemala's willingness to defend the country. The history of Guatemala. The history of Guatemala has 3 distinct stages. 1, the Mayan indigenous, 2, Spanish colonial, and 3, the modern republic. The first civilization was the Mayan civilization, starting at 300 BC. In the 1300s, the civilization crumbled and became several different Amerindian groups. By the end of 1524, Guatemala was conquered by Spain. In 1776, Guatemala City became the official capital of Guatemala. Guatemala's economy. Compared with other Spanish-speaking countries, Guatemala is relatively rich. With a GNP per capita of $1,340, Guatemala imports fuels, machinery, transport equipment, construction materials, grain, fertilizers, and electricity. It exports coffee, sugar, petroleum, apparel, bananas, fruits, vegetables, and cardamom. Its principal crops are sugarcane, corn, bananas, coffee, and cardamom. Guatemalan arts. The official language of Guatemala is Spanish. However, there are 56 languages of Guatemala, 54 living and 2 extinct. Some of the languages include Ixil, Jacalto, Cachiquel, and Quiche. Guatemala has many customs and traditions. Among them is the tradition of marrying before the age of 24, and spouses are chosen according to social status. It is a custom of the people of Guatemala to spend all their free time socializing. People often drop by unannounced, and it is perfectly acceptable to visit any time of the day. When greeting people in Guatemala, it is customary to shake hands or among friends embrace or kiss cheeks. You can find all forms of popular arts alive in Guatemala. The national instrument, the marimba, can be heard at all fiestas. The sounds of harp, drums, and chirimia are also very common. Traditional folk dances are also very common, such as De Toritos, or the Little Bulls, El Chico Mudo, the Mute Boy, El Africano, the African, and La Culebra, the Snake. Guatemala celebrates many festivals throughout the year, one of the biggest festivals being Easter week. During Easter week, marches are held with both Mayan and Christian marches. There are also the Kite Festival. Hundreds of contestants fly kites made of paper and bamboo. The winners are rewarded a prize. St. Thomas Festival is another fun festival of Guatemala, where people dress in traditional dresses and celebrate with fireworks, dance, music, and effigies of saints. Like any other Spanish-speaking country, Guatemala has a plethora of holidays such as New Year's Day, Easter, Labor Day, Army Day, which is like Remembrance Day, Assumption, celebrating the Virgin Mary's passage to heaven, Independence Day, Revolution Day, All Saints Day, where people take food to the dead, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and New Year's Eve. Today I made a traditional Guatemalan dish, which is a Spanish tortilla that consists of potatoes, onions, and eggs. Food is a huge part of Guatemalan culture. The basic staples of their diet date back to the ancient Mayan times. And in those days, corn was abundant in Guatemala. So, naturally, the staple of Guatemalan culture is tortillas, which are thin corn-fried breads. Another staple are frijoles, which are black beans that are either mashed, fried, or eaten whole. Guatemalans also eat lots of fruits and vegetables like cucumbers and bananas, and they also eat lots of rice and cheese and meat such as turkey, beef, and chicken. Some of their favorite dishes are bistec, which is grilled with fried beef, guacamole, which is mashed avocados with spices, churrasco, which is charcoal grilled steak, and chiles rellenos, which is stuffed chilies. Guatemalans also drink lots of figuas, which is pop, like over here in America, and also licuado, which is a sweetened fruit beverage. December through Easter and the summer months of June through August are the highest peak times because of the festival of Santa Cinema, and it's not during the rainy season. One of the major tourist zones is Guatemala City. Not only is it the capital of Guatemala, but it has high-speed internet. Guatemala City is filled with interesting museums and Mayan culture. Another popular city to visit is Quirigua, the smallest of Mayan cities but the most popular. Quirigua is filled with amazing Mayan monuments. Pinacho is another often visited city due to the fact that it's home to Lake Atilan. Lake Atilan is a crater that's filled with water. It's most famous for its amazing sunsets. There are 3 volcanoes in Pinacho, and the village has beautiful crafts. The biggest event in Guatemala is the festival of Santa Cinema. Santa Cinema is a huge parade with floats that are from the 16th century. Thousands gather on the streets carrying candles or banners. Fuentes Georgianas is another major attraction. It's a natural stream bath that has magical properties in the middle of a jungle. The water is heated from a volcano, and the forest is a refreshing change from the hot, sunny climate. The Carmen is another great place to visit. Located in Guatemala City, the Carmen is a church built in 1791. The church is big and has regular services. Here are some fun facts about Guatemala. In Guatemala, children take worry dolls to bed. Before bedtime, they tell their worry dolls all their secrets and worries, and then they'll go to sleep. Also, Guatemala has the second highest concentration of ozone. And the name Guatemala means land of the trees in Maya Toltec language.